That's why they call cowboys. Back in those days, a white man would call you boy even if you like 100 years older than him. That's what he would call you a boy. So that's why this cowboy would come in there. And most of the black cowboys, they'd be out on the range. We would do all the work. Whatever was supposed to be done out on the range, well, the black cowboy would do it.
Well, well, well. Check this out. I know many of you guys know about this, but I thought I would spin my take on it. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah. These slaves, so-called slave masters, right? Man, brothers, this sucks. This freaking devil, seriously, and his son have the nerve. Anyway, this comes from the BSO. Jerry Jones' stepson confirms any cowboy players that protest against racism and police brutality during the anthem will be punished. The title in itself makes my blood boil at this point. I'm not an avid sports follower. I'm not really into sports, but definitely this comes to attention because of just the blatant disregard of the protests. There's a reason that these brothers and sisters are protesting. You know? Thank you, Colin Kaepernick, again. And thank you for keeping your head up too. Because seriously, this is evil. This is straight up evil. Sorry about that, y'all. As I reported in the past, the Cowboys have been very clear behind the scenes with their players that if they protest against racism during the anthem, they will be punished severely. Jerry Jones said it, and now Stephen Jones has confirmed it while appearing on Norm and D Invasion on 1310 The Ticket. Here is a full transcript of what Stephen Jones had to say. Now, this is the transcript, y'all. Should I read it or I'll have y'all read it? You know what? I will read it. I don't know who Heitzedge, whatever the heck that is. The Cowboys want their players to come out and stand for the anthem. If a player chooses to stay in the locker room, which is something right now the league permits, will the Cowboys punish that player? Here's Stephen Jones. Immediately, yes. Pauses. There's one way to do it right in our mind. And that goes toes on the lane and stand for the anthem. That not I or me, not an I or me thing. This is an organization thing. We feel strongly about it. We don't think it's controversy. We just think that's the way that we do it. Fuck you, dude. Straight up. Jerry feels strongly about it. I think he's had a good feel for what our organization should be over 30 years. I think it's paid off for our players. How? Standing for the anthem is paid off for you? Oh, really? For the most part. Okay, I'll give my 2 cents after I finish reading these. Certainly we are supportive of them when they have their personal issues. Yeah, because it's a hook, line, and sinker to do this crap. or personal things that they want to pursue. You are not supportive in the protest. We will help them pursue them on Tuesdays. But when you're wearing a Dallas Cowboys uniform and Dallas Cowboys helmet, you're working for the Dallas Cowboys. You check the I and me at the door. This is not an I and me thing. This is a we thing. Black Americans are protesting what we feel is horrible in the society. And you don't want these people to protest that? They should be sued for this. I'm serious. You're part of the team. Team white supremacy, right? And so, there's right. That's right lanes in terms of our organizations. Right lines in terms of our organizations. I can't say this person's name. Hits Gaz or whatever. Follow-up question to that. You know what's at the heart of what the players are upset about? Sure. Wow. Oh, I got a load to freaking go off on this fascist. Gaz, leaving the anthem aside, do you agree with the fact that they have a case to make to America? Yes, and we support that case. No, you don't. We just think that there's a better way to do it. Fuck you. There is no better way to do it. Why do you think they're doing it? How the hell could you tell somebody how to fucking protest? It's not violent. I'm sorry, you guys. And we don't want to get into a lot of dialogue with that. That's the problem. You don't. And that's why the players are protesting. But we support all of our players with resources in their pursuit of social injustice. No, you don't. We support that. We will be behind them and support them. No, you're not. Sorry. Lewis, and you don't feel that you will have any backlash as far as the players and on your team. They will follow the rules that you guys have. If they want to be Dallas Cowboys, yes. Now, you guys saw that, right? And I'm going to put the article in here too. But seriously, dude, they don't give a fuck about the players. They just care about their team. They don't care about their players. If they believed in the we part, then they would know that the we is protesting against police brutality. They would have the respect to let these players be in the locker room instead of standing for a racist anthem. Now, they're conscious of why they are protesting. And to be honest, I'm sure they're conscious, especially now, what this anthem means. I didn't know what the anthem meant, to be honest. I always hated it because of the melody, and I've always liked the Jimi Hendrix version because it was out of protest in the first place. But I had no idea about this anthem until Colin Kaepernick actually took a knee. And I'm glad that I know about it. I'm glad that he did it and he shed light on it. Everybody should know what this anthem means. It's a slave lullaby, as Professor Black Truth would say. It's basically like, it's anti-black, man. But even getting back to this subject, they had slaves, and Francis Scott Key, who was a damn white supremacist himself, wrote that damn song. And didn't think of black people in the positive light either. This is the same bastard that was a part of the American colonization society that did what they did in Liberia. People want to always blame black people for that. No, that was like a puppet that used black people in Liberia. And they went over there by gunpoint dropping black people off and instituting their rules there, but just putting a black face on it. The NFL is an MFL. I said this in previous videos on this subject. The NFL is a motherfucking fell. That's what MF stands for, in case you guys didn't realize that on the first 2 videos that I did about this. Those are pretty much focused on Colin Kaepernick, but this is specifically on Jerry Jones and even the NFL, because seriously, they have a rule. And to be honest, I think that the Cowboys is going against that rule. The players should at least sue or something. I hope some players fall back on this, dude. That's not fair. It's not freedom of speech, and it's not quote-unquote American. Let these players stay in the locker room. They won't do it, though. Anyway, I'm going to read the rest of this article. There are a couple of points that I'd like to make to what Stephen Jones had to say. The first one is the NFL and the Cowboys have all types of causes they speak up for before the game. Domestic violence, breast cancer, veterans. All of a sudden, when racism and police brutality is something the players want to bring to light before the game, it is a problem. Second, Stephen Jones makes it very clear he sees the NFL as property, not people. He sees the NFL players as property, not people. You're going to do what you are told no matter how you feel. Cowboys players only mean anything to them if they are producing on the field. They see them as nothing more than that. Basically slaves. Lastly, it's a form of white supremacist playbook to tell black people when and where to and how to protest. Yes, I said that. This is a violent protest. This isn't a violent protest. Said that too. This isn't a disruptive protest. It is a protest with a very good cause. In the less than 2 minutes the anthem is being sung, people are doing 1,000 other things. I would say 1,000,000 other things. Sadly, if a player wants to spend those 2 minutes trying to bring light to racism and police brutality in this country by respectively taking a knee or raising their fist, the Cowboys and the NFL, that is too much for them. They don't want them on their team. Just think about that. The Cowboys are more comfortable with cokeheads, women beaters, felons on their team than players who just want to see black people treated equally. Racism and police brutality aren't pretty PR topics that Jerry Jones can use for profit. And that is why he is taking a stand. It is very sickening and disgusting. Every Cowboys players should know clearly with the Jerry and Stephen Jones thinks of them, but do not expect them to fight back against Massa Jerry. I'm going to actually post this article so you guys could read it for yourself. Yeah, exactly. Seriously, dude, like, they're basically making slaves of this team. And this should expose you guys to how the NFL is pretty much ran by these two bastards, at least the Cowboys. But who knows? Maybe the other NFL teams follow the same suit, which I totally won't deny. So yeah, the NFL is an MF fail for real. Let me know what you guys think.